Okay, this is a video going through the process rationale for creating one of your final projects, the digital portfolio where you curate different parts of your work in this class during our time together. So let's just take a look at this presentation. So digital portfolios have been proven instrumental for learners to develop their identities as learners through the creation of their work and artifacts, be it within art, design, and all of our disciplines. There's lots of research around this. So we're going to be sharing ideas and sharing work in order to collaborate with other people, to highlight what you're doing, job searches. You're going to be documenting some research for the projects, like research for the sound walk that you did this weekend, and that captures fluency across creative domains connected to this class. You're going to be documenting some of the processes that you're going through. And these are just as critical to our work as the final product, which is another aspect that's critical across all our disciplines in terms of teaching and learning in the 21st century. Sort of, what are the processes that get us to a final product are just as important as the product. You're going to document your final work, developing a practice of ongoing reflection about your work. So notice for some of our projects, I've requested that you reflect on that and your process, which gets us to reflections. And something to consider is using digital portfolios in your future teaching practice. So what's a digital portfolio? So I want you to watch this video in your own time. It's a partnership between Parsons School of Design and DreamYard, which is a K through 12 after school program. And it just goes through like, why portfolios and some of the research behind it. And in this class, you're going to start and create and start to build out your digital portfolio. Your portfolio is a space, again, to document ideas, research processes, products, and reflections for activities that you're going to choose. So, and I recommend in the directions, you pick at least, one thing from each module that you could highlight that has meaning for you. Some of the creative learning domains associated with this course that can be reflected in your portfolio: communication, inquiry, experimenting, self-expression, developing fluency and engagement with new content, right? Some of you just did your first digital zine. With practice, you kind of up the ante around that, fluency around that kind of creative activity. Research, expressing intention, being flexible, critical thinking, risk-taking, visioning, all parts of critical thinking. And then collaborating together on the projects we've done in class, reflecting that in anything you share with your portfolio, working from simplifying to complexifying ideas, right? Don't just land with your first thought or first idea. How can we dig deeper? Seeking and sharing resources and elaborating on ideas. These are all skills, content knowledge, fostering innovation, creativity that come into and support the use of portfolios. As you design your portfolio, which will be on Google Sites, you want to consider your role in the work of creating and developing it. You're the creative learner. There's an audience. It's yourself, your peers, friends, me, the professor, also a learner with you in this process, and others that you invite to view the work. This website can easily be modified to become a teaching portfolio for job interviews. You're going to consider a format, and we're using Google Sites. It should be interactive and work with multimedia, multimodal teaching and learning, right? Visuals, audio, text, video, upload of any sketches or notes, things like that. The digital technology you can use on your site. New to digital portfolios, I say keep it simple. There's lots of website builders to choose from, and I'll just be taking you through Google Sites. Let me know if you already have a website, however, we can build off of that. So Google Sites, and There's lots of videos and some, I think, tagged here on how to use it and different plugins you can use for Google Sites. Tumblr, you can link to different kinds of social media sites, Tumblr, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. And I love 123 Apps is a great website that has free all kinds of digital media content creation that you can work with. Lots of simple directions. So again, other tech support multimedia portfolios, thinking, sound, social media, video, etc. Set up a YouTube channel if you don't have one yet through Adelphi. SoundCloud for audio and sound. Free Sound is a great website for free sounds that are open access. Here's a link to open access free images from MIT, TikTok again, Google Slides, add-ons, etc. There might be other things out there that you know about that aren't here that you can certainly use. So part of a digital portfolio and curating your work is an exercise in reflection. And why reflect? To gain insights into your thought processes while you're in the midst of the work. Any struggles, learning aha moments that you're going through in this class will likely be shared by your students when you're a teacher. We reflect for sharing and collaboration purposes. Reflections on the growth that can occur during times of struggle is a real key tool for teaching and learning, both for you as a teacher and your students. It helps us tease out more aspects of project creation when we reflect. A lot of you on your Zoom reflections make comments about in the future, I might do X, Y, Z. This time it was a struggle. Next time I'll know, that kind of stuff. It can help to curate and organize the content and to help guide you around design and aesthetics. So that help curate and organize content. This gets back to don't do the first thing. Like you're setting up your website. If you do it the night before it's due, it's going to be really obvious to me that there wasn't a lot of thought put into this, and that's going to be important. That's why I give that 6 days after the end of the class to work on the finals. So be reflecting on questions under these headings on the next slides, you deepen your understanding of your learning and by extension, your students. So I've built this into the Moodle already, but you can take these with you for your own future classroom. You know, reflection on the growth that can occur during times of struggle. When you got stuck, who did you turn to? Gain insight into your thought process while in the midst of work. So if students can start thinking about this, your future students, there's a lot of learning and benefit for that. You know, what are you trying to figure out? How did you select tools or materials, etc.? Sharing and collaboration, right? The 4 C's, 21st century learning, collaboration is on there. Did you ask for feedback? Were there other ideas that people in your group brought forward that you worked with? How did you help your group? And then help guide you around design and aesthetics. You know, what do the photos, colors, and fonts that you use in your digital portfolio convey about your work? You know, think about the website you visit often. What's your reaction experience like when viewing them? They can give you ideas of how you might want this to work. It also helps you to help curate and organize content when you're putting this stuff together. You're presenting yourself through this work. These are questions you can consider. And to tease out more aspects of project creation, this class is so fast, right? And, you know, going back to the inflammatory essay, a lot of you said that was the first time you did something like that. It felt a little awkward sometimes. But when you go back and think about it and you tell us about it, you start learning more about both the assignment and your experience with it, right? You can come up with other content related prompts for your own classroom as well. And I have a rubric to help you as you create and build your digital portfolio. Be open to process. Think text and visuals. How do they work together? It's okay to make mistakes. You can always change and update your site. Websites are fluid. They're not fixed. So let's see if I click on this in here, it worked. So again, here's a rubric. This is primarily a process portfolio documenting growth, process, and progress of learning over time. Here's the criteria. Content, navigation, layout and graphics, spelling and grammar. That tells you that's what I'm paying attention to. Here's 3 different levels that you'll be assessed on. And while as you engage in this and you submit your final portfolio, if there's anything I haven't addressed here in the criteria across this rubric, you can share that with me that you want me to pay attention to. I'm looking for you all to find yourself in either 2 or 3 in terms of your digital portfolio. You know, something that for those of you who may have struggled a little bit with completing the work for whatever reasons, I know we've all got a lot going on in our lives. If you turn in a digital portfolio that's at a 3 level, that can help you raise your grade, right? Going from a B+ to an A, that kind of stuff. Maybe you missed a class. This is a space for you to up the ante in terms of your grade. So I'm looking for you to choose personal work and external resources integrated in such a way as to inform the content and creation of your digital portfolio. Everything on the Moodle, you can copy, download, upload to your own portfolio. Let's say you're going to show your inflammatory essay. You can make a link to that video in the PowerPoint. You can make a link to the artist's website and include your own. There's at least 1 assignment from each module shared and included in your portfolio, along with processes. Each project must have some form of reflection. This may have been assigned in class. If not, add using reflection prompts from the digital portfolio that I just took you through. Information is accurate and includes links and citations as needed. If you're working with someone else's work, you got to cite it. You know, at a bare minimum, there's a link. Something is hyperlinked, taking us back to where you got it from. Use text and imagery plus sound and video, multimodal, multimedia. Your links for navigation are clearly labeled, allowing the reader to easily move from page to page, or perhaps you're just creating one page. We scroll down. There are distinct sections or pages. You have a home, landing page or section, projects, processes, and final projects, reflections, any other research. It's up to you. Your design and layout helps people navigate the space. You find it visually interesting. It's not confusing. Work with white space, graphic elements, alignment to help organize the material. Keep us engaged. Images are high resolution, medium to large JPEG size. And you know, with Google Images, let's see, I'm going to look for a flower. I'm going to go to images and I'm going to go to tools over here on the right. Here it is, size. I just pick large. And here you know that when you're pulling up an image, it's going to be large enough that it won't all be pixelated on your website. Okay, and like a few errors in spelling and punctuation and grammar that don't interfere with the use. So that is the portfolio. And here, the next thing I'm going to do is take you through a digital portfolio shell on Google Sites and just play around with it on the video so you can get a sense of how to work with it. So right now you're looking at, I'm just in my Google Drive folder. You could start with your Gmail, it doesn't matter, Adelphi. But over here, those 9 little dots, I'm going to click on that for Google Apps, and I'm going to go down to Sites. I'm going to click blank site. And right away, I'll give it a title, right? You can always change that, simply going up there. This is my title page. So whatever title you want here, I'm not even going to put anything there because then you're all just going to copy me. But you can have fun with this. You can have your name. You can have teaching, learning, aesthetics, summer 2024. This is what I learned, curated portfolio, etc. And then here you can play with header type. Large banner, title only. But now aesthetics class, heads up, lots of visuals. So I'm going to do a large banner and image. You can upload an image of your own, maybe an image from some of your work, or you can select and they have options for you here. So I'm just going to put this one, insert. There it is. Now, if you're new at this, I keep it simple. You can add content blocks. So right now I'm on insert, meaning you can just keep one long scrolling page. The first thing I want to do is content, and because I love images, I'm going to put this here. Teaching and learning. I like to use a little ampersand. Aesthetics, summer 2024. And here I'm going to go to the Moodle page and I'm going to pull the course information, the course description. And I'll just copy this, add it here. Explore in this class. We explore aesthetic education in relation to models of intelligence, child growth and development, etc. Right? Then I can put an image in, select an image. That's taken from Kosovo, replace alt text, right? So someone who is hard of seeing or blind can refer to alt text to understand what it is, add a caption. Can I do anything else with this image? What happens if I make it bigger? That works. Okay. So that's on my front page. You can, underneath here, start adding more content with projects, or you can add pages. So this is my home page. And then I'm going to add a subpage. Projects and activities. Done. Now I'm on a different page. I can insert a text box, project title. I can actually make that a title here. And then you can independently add images, or you can go with one of these items here. Over here, I can play with the style. Right? See what I'm doing? And if I don't like it, I can just delete it. Or perhaps I'm going to put 2 in here right now. Maybe I want this one to come on top. I just move it up like that. Okay. Here's my pages. Here's my home page, projects activities page, etc. You can add image carousels, and you can start adding images. Let's see. I'll just start adding images randomly here, just so you can see how this works. Insert. So here we have an image carousel. I'm going to put it in the middle. You're all going to need to publish this for me to be able to see it. I can go up here, view publish site. So here it is. There's my carousel. I'm on the project activities page. I want to go home. My title page. Project activities and other pages you might add. Projects and activities. All right, so that's basically how you start to make this website, unpublished version. And you really just have to get in there and start working around with it. You can pick different themes to build it on. There, that just changed the theme. But process matters. Just get in and start doing it, and that's where the learning is going to happen and questions that are going to come up. will happen in the process. You can look online for support. You can look to your colleagues in class for support. You can look to me for support. And I've put in here this video on how to build a Google site. Okay, so that's there to support you as well. Okay, so those are the general directions, and we'll go over this in class a little bit as well. Okay.